The Earth you know is temporary. Every ocean, every mountain, every border you see on a map is just a passing frame in a much larger story. A story written not in centuries or millennia, but in hundreds of millions of years. Right now, our continents are drifting apart, colliding, reshaping shorelines. But in the far future, perhaps 200 to 300 million years from now, the map of Earth will once again be unrecognizable. Scientists believe the continents will collide and fuse into a brand new supercontinent. We've had them before. We will have them again. But what will the next Earth look like? A restless planet. To understand the future, we need to rewind Earth's geological clock. Beneath the ground lies a churning engine, the mantle, a layer of molten rock circulating heat from Earth's core. Floating on top are about a dozen tectonic plates, giant slabs of rigid crust. They're not fixed, they drift. Not quickly, at least by human standards. A fingernail grows faster than a continent moves, but across millions of years, these tiny movements reshape the entire globe. This dance is called plate tectonics, and it's responsible for almost everything we see on the surface of Earth today. The Himalayas exist because India slammed into Asia 50 million years ago. The Andes rise along South America where the Nazca Plate dives beneath it. The San Andreas Fault in California is a scar left by two plates sliding past each other. But continents don't just crash together, they also split apart. And when they do, oceans are born. The ghosts of supercontinents. Supercontinents are not myths, they're part of Earth's deep time cycle. Around 1.8 billion years ago, a landmass called Columbia may have gathered most of Earth's crust. Later came Rodinia, about 1.1 billion years ago, which scientists believe eventually tore apart to form early oceans. Then Pangaea, around 335 million years ago, the supercontinent that most people know. On Pangaea, deserts stretched across its interior, while lush forests and swamps on the edges became the coal deposits we mine today. And of course Gondwana, which dominated the southern hemisphere for hundreds of millions of years, uniting Africa, South America, Antarctica, India, and Australia. These landmasses eventually broke apart, scattered by the same forces that built them. The continents we know today are the children of those ancient giants. Where the continents are headed now. So where are we going next? The answer lies in subtle movements happening right now. Africa is slowly migrating northward. In about 50 million years, it may close the Mediterranean Sea entirely, smashing into Europe and uplifting vast new mountain ranges. Australia is heading toward Asia, and in 50 million years could be firmly attached to Southeast Asia, reshaping that entire region. The Americas are still drifting away from Europe and Africa. The Atlantic Ocean is widening at about 2 to 4 centimeters per year. Meanwhile, the Pacific Ocean is shrinking as its plates dive beneath Asia and the Americas. One day, this ocean, the largest on Earth, may disappear entirely. It's hard to notice in our lifetime. But if we could speed up time, the continents would look like ice floes drifting on a dark sea, colliding, merging, breaking apart. The 4 future supercontinents geologists have modeled these drifting plates into the far future. The results are 4 competing visions of Earth's destiny. 1. Pangaea Proxima. In this model, the Atlantic stops widening and reverses. The Americas drift back eastward, closing the Atlantic and colliding with Africa and Europe. The result? A single massive continent straddling the equator, wrapped in a super ocean. This scenario would mean deserts in the interior, storm-racked coasts, and massive new mountain ranges where continents collide. 2. Amasia. Some scientists believe continents are gradually drawn toward the poles. In the Amasia scenario, North and South America drift northward to collide with Asia at the North Pole. The Arctic Ocean vanishes, replaced by a frozen supercontinent. It would be a harsh, icy world, but also one where new ecosystems would bloom in unexpected places. 3. Novopangaea. Here, the Pacific Ocean finally closes. The Americas slam westward into Asia and Australia. A giant ring-shaped supercontinent forms around what's left of the Pacific Basin. This would completely rearrange Earth's climate system, creating new ocean currents and unpredictable weather. 4. Aurica. Aurica is the wild card. Both the Atlantic and Pacific close simultaneously, pulling continents together into a band around the equator. This supercontinent would stretch like a girdle across Earth's midsection, surrounded by two giant oceans at the poles. The interior of Aurica would likely be scorching and dry, while the coasts would experience relentless storms. Each of these futures is possible. Which one actually happens depends on small shifts in plate movement over the next tens of millions of years. Life on a future supercontinent. What would it feel like to live on a supercontinent? Climate. The interiors of supercontinents are usually hot and dry because moist ocean air can't reach them. Deserts larger than the Sahara might stretch for thousands of kilometers. Weather. Without today's ocean currents, global weather would go haywire. Coastlines might endure megastorms, while inland regions swing between droughts and floods. Biodiversity. Past supercontinents saw mass extinctions, as species unable to adapt vanished. But they also saw bursts of evolution as new environments opened. Dinosaurs thrived on Pangaea. Who knows what could thrive on Amasia or Aurica? Humanity. If humans, or our descendants, survive this long, we may live in scattered megacities on the coasts, battling extreme weather and shifting seas. Or perhaps by then, we will have left Earth behind entirely, watching from space as our old home reshapes itself once again. The long view. Supercontinents remind us of a humbling truth. Earth is never still. Civilizations rise and fall, but the continents keep drifting, as they have for billions of years. The map in your school atlas is not permanent. It's just a frame in a movie that spans all of Earth's history. 250 million years from now, the world will look utterly alien. And yet, to Earth, it will be just another cycle. So, the next time you look at a map, remember, it's temporary. The true story of Earth is not one of fixed borders, but of endless motion. The continents are moving even now, carrying us toward a future world no human will ever see. A world where the Atlantic vanishes, mountains rise from the sea, and a new supercontinent takes its place in the long, unbroken chain of Earth's history. The question is not whether it will happen. The question is, who or what will be here to witness it?